Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Garrett Spencer. How's everybody doing? Want to make this video talking about my thoughts and reaction about the Retro Madness. I was down there, that you guys see me in down there in Texas and whatnot. So first things first, I want to go over that. Yeah, man, but I gotta tell you, when I walked into that first things first is when I walked into that arcade, man. At first, it kind of got me shaken up because I didn't know it was an arcade. I thought it was just a regular game store itself. But no, when I walked through that door and saw all of them arcade games, plus the game consoles hooked up to the TV and whatnot, and then behind the counter there was a guy that works there who had all the games for each of those systems. I was hooked up to that TV, man. I was impressed with that place, man. I was so impressed with it, man. Like, if this took me back to the 90s when I was a kid and I walked into a place like that, man, my whole eyes would have lit up so big, for real, because, see, first things first, I wouldn't even know where to start. Because you guys already know Sega Genesis is my number one game console of all times. And if I had seen that, and depending on what game was in there, I probably would have sat right down and started playing the Sega Genesis if this was me from back in the day and this was back in the 90s. But man, when I took a tour, I went around that whole arcade and seen a lot of good retro game arcades. Oh man, it's like, man, see right here, this is real video games right here, y'all, and that's retro games right there. Retro games is some real video games for real. They the real deal. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say or think about that, man. But like I said, retro games is what got video games started in the first place, though. And then when I went to the game store after that, I was hoping that I would be able to find some of those games, find a game for the PlayStation 2 and the Genesis that I've been wanting to get for so long, but I couldn't find it on Amazon because Amazon didn't have it, and it's so hard to find. And honestly, that game for PlayStation 2 was Crime Life Gang Wars on the PlayStation 2. That game looks fun and good, and I want it. I still want it. And then I wanted I was kind of looking for the Flintstones on the Sega Genesis, though, because I looked at those games. I'll tell you, man, they got those gameplays on them games. Excuse me. They look so good. They look good, man. They look so good. They was graphics was on point and everything, and they look fun. So, but they didn't have them, and they didn't really have any other games I had on my list. So I was just like, oh darn. But I mean, it happens though. So I mean, that game store was all right. It wasn't bad. We tried to. Then we went to the counter to ask the guy, see if they had the game on the PlayStation 2 that I was looking for, and he said they didn't have it. Because if they had it, they would have been on the shelf. They would have been out there on the shelf. But so I guess that's how that story works there. But when I went back into that arcade though, because honestly, I didn't know if I was going to be able to play because my fiance, she's like, well, we could go back to the arcade. We could ask the guy to see if they take debit cards in order for me to play, in order for me to play. We went back and asked him. Went back to the arcade. We asked him. He said, yeah, they take debit cards, but it wasn't for tokens. It was basically for. I did the $9 deal, which was play all you want, play as many games as you want, play all you want. That was the deal. So it was only $9, and I was able to play all games I want for free without paying. Then other deals was play games, eat, and have a drink, and have a beverage and whatnot. But I just did the all you could play game, all you could play game deal, and that was only $9. But that's a good deal, and I think that was a great deal. And it's a lot cheaper than Dave and Buster's. Put it like that, man, because Dave and Buster's is high for real. Let's just be real. I'm just gonna be real when I tell you that Dave and Buster's is pretty high on the game cards and the prices and whatnot. Because probably because it's such a big place and has a lot of games in it and a whole lot of other stuff. So I get it. So I understand. And plus, food and whatnot. So I could definitely see that. But I think the Retro Madness, like I said, that was a good arcade. I had fun. You know, I seen a lot of good games up in there. Got to play at least 3 games. Now I could have sworn I played. You know, my fiance, when she was recording me, she had the when she recorded me playing Raiden too, but can't seem to find it though. But it's all good though. But at least I was able to get you guys at least 3 videos uploaded. But that Simpsons game was probably the longest though. It was like when I was playing the Simpsons and I looked at the time. She told me it was 45 minutes. I looked at it. I said, ain't no 45 minutes. It was 39 minutes, and it was taking so long for it to upload. So I had to keep tabs on that and keep an eye on that, and just leave the Wi-Fi on and leave YouTube open, so that way it was going faster. So that's why it kind of uploaded, and I published it late. So. But yeah, like I said, the Retro Madness is the name of the place I was at, and it's down there in Dallas, Texas, man. So if you guys go on a trip, man, definitely take a trip down Dallas, Texas, and check it out. Google it, go down there and check it out. Because like I said, you guys will be. I think some of you guys will be pretty impressed with it, especially for those who are retro gamers and whatnot. But yeah, that was so much fun. Like it's like they had arcade. They had an arcade in the next door, and a few arcade games in the next room, and then some in the room after that. So I'm like, wow, that was so freaking amazing. Though. I mean, I could have played more. I could have played a couple more games though, but I figured after the Simpsons, after I was done playing the Simpsons, I just figured, I had enough. I mean, I only played 3 games and whatnot, but I had enough. Because I couldn't really think of anything else I wanted to play, honestly. Like some of the other games that I've seen, I already had. And then also the silly part would have been for me to sit down and start playing the Genesis and some of the game consoles hooked up to the TV, because pretty much I already have them. So that would have been silly for me. But if, like I said, it was me back in the day when I was a kid in the 90s, and I probably would have sat down and played the consoles. And then who knows, maybe started playing some of the machines, but who knows? But yeah, that's a good retro game place, y'all. I had fun with it. A lot of pretty cool games. Pinball machines and whatnot too. So if you guys like pinball, there was pinball machines in there. Everything you seen was all on the video. So I figured while I was down there, I wanted to make I record it and make a video of it and show you guys on where what the place was like. So, but yeah, it was but stayed down there for about a couple of days. Still got my workout in and whatnot and everything else. So, did everything I said I was gonna do, and going to the retro games place was definitely one of my objectives too. So I got to do that, and I had fun with it. So but I got back home on Monday. So just a few days ago, got back home Monday, safe and sound. So yeah, definitely go down there, y'all. If you guys go out of town somewhere, definitely go to that. That's one of the game places you guys want to go. But yeah, that was a good game. That was a good place, and I had fun. So, but anyway, y'all, that's all I really have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below. Click that thumbs up. This your boy Gary Spencer. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.